you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Of rising sun.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. I thank you for joining the broadcast. Please, as you join, share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share the broadcast to anybody that is around you that you want to join us and listen to what is going on. Please kindly share the broadcast. Share the broadcast in your WhatsApp group. Share it in your own platform. Any place you belong, whichever group you belong, please kindly share the program so that others can join us and spread this gospel. Anthony, thank you for joining. Wherever you are connecting from, I appreciate you. Please kindly share so that we can be able to get along and be able to reach as many people as possible. You know what we do here is to send the information across. What we do here is to educate people. What we do here is to encourage Biafrans. We are not here to preach hate. We are not here to preach any form of hatred or cause any chaos or try to make you afraid or try to push you to a direction which you wouldn't want to be in. What we are doing here is to make sure that we set the record straight and let the world know what is happening. At the same time, encourage our fellow Biafrans to stand firm and stand strong. That is what we do on this very platform. And today, here are we again, doing what we know how to do best, reaching out to all Biafrans across the world through this very medium. And wherever you are, please share the broadcast to your platform. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share it to anybody that is close to you. Keep on sharing so that they can join us to receive this gospel today. I appreciate every one of you. And I thank you as you are joining. I thank you. I appreciate you as you are sharing. Thank you for joining. Wherever you have connected from, I say, may Chukwu Okuka Biama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Today, here are we again. And we are continuing on our broadcast, speaking to Biafrans, encouraging Biafrans on the situation at hand. That is what we are doing and we continue to do. Today, once again, we are choosing a very interesting topic that is going to take us to different dimensions. It's going to take us to different range. And I have to remind everybody that is watching, in case you are coming to this platform for the very first time, this is an autopiloted platform. Autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand, preaching the gospel of redemption, preaching the gospel of freedom. That is what we do here. Encouraging Biafran people, taking the plight of the Biafran people to the world. That is what we do in this platform and nothing else. And we will continue to do so. We will continue to do so. If you want to join the platform, to join and make your contribution, please, you keep your phone this way. Keep your phone like this, and then make sure you click your rotation on. Your rotation has to be on. You keep your phone this way. That is the only way you can be able to join me on this very platform. So if you want to join, keep your phone in the horizontal way and then click your rotation on. That is how you can be able to join. I saw somebody sending an invitation. I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to accept your invitation, but you must keep your phone in a horizontal way and make sure that your rotation is on. Only that way you can be able to join. So I appreciate everybody that have connected. Please keep sharing. Share to any platform you belong. Whichever platform, whichever WhatsApp group you are in, any angle that you are in, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, share, because this is a time that information is very important. We must have to continue to reach out to everybody. We must not leave any stone unturned. We must continue to do everything possible to reach every Biafran wherever they are, to make sure that every one of us is in line with what is going on. When you look at the topic there, I said, you cannot criminalize freedom fighting. You cannot criminalize freedom fighting or a freedom fighter. You cannot. There is no way you can criminalize a freedom fighter or freedom fighting. It doesn't matter the propaganda you push. It doesn't matter the blackmail you push. It doesn't matter what you call them. You cannot criminalize a freedom fighter. That is why we are not shaken and we are not afraid of the names they call us. We are not afraid of their threats. We are not afraid of their propaganda and blackmail. In the midst of all the propaganda and blackmail, you can see the people who are seriously and genuinely fighting for Biafra, they are still moving forward. Just like the people who fought for freedom in the past did. The people that fought for freedom in the past, in their own time, they were being criminalized, they were being called names, they were being dehumanized, they were being tagged one thing or the other. But they stood their ground until they got victory. And when they got victory, the whole world began to celebrate them. We have a typical example of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, even though he's a black South African, and yet today the whole world is celebrating him after they have named him a terrorist at a particular point in time. He was called a terrorist, he was called different kinds of names, he was branded different kinds of names, but at the end of the day, today he's being celebrated all over the world. The same thing, Martin Luther King Jr., when he was fighting for the freedom of the black race in America, they called him different kinds of names, they called him different kinds of derogatory names, they attacked him, even he lost his life in the course of the struggle. But today, he is being celebrated all over the world, and he achieved his aim. The same thing with Gandhi in India. Gandhi was fighting for his own people. He fought gallantly, and the British termed him to be a terrorist, called him different kinds of derogatory names, and made different kinds of names. But he stood his ground until he was able to secure India. Examples are innumerable. There are so many people who have fought for their people. They fought, and in the course of the journey, they encountered so many attacks and so many hindrances, so many name calling. But yet, because of their consistency and because they are fighting for a just cause, they were never defeated. They continue to do what they are supposed to do until the victory is won. They continue to do what they're supposed to do until they got victory. They were never distracted. In the same vein today, you and I, here are we, the Biafran people, fighting for our freedom. In the midst of all the fight, we are fighting for our freedom, asking for our freedom, trying to protect our land, trying to make our life meaningful. They are calling off names. They blackmail us. They push all manner of propaganda. They use fraud against us. And yet, because of our consistency, we are winning. Today, I posted a video of our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, where he was interviewed by Finnish media. You see, it is so sad that all this while, people have been pushing their propaganda and blackmail attack against Master Simon Ekpa. I was thinking within myself, does it mean that they don't know that Simon Ekpa prepared very well? You see people writing petition, calling Finnish government, doing all manner of things. And I was wondering, why are they doing what they are doing? But in our presence here, we were here before Master Simon Ekpa went gone to get to the extent that he has gotten today. We were here when Master Simon Ekpa took the case of Biafra up. He took the case of Biafra to the Parliament of Finland. He took the case of Biafra to the presidency. He covered it online. We saw it. And some people took him for a joke. Some said he was in a restaurant talking. Some say he doesn't know what he was doing. Different kinds of name he was called. But today, I can tell you that every single one of them that have called him names today, they are seeing the reality before their own very eyes. You're welcome, my beloved brother Solomon. Thank you for joining. So everyone today can see clearly that our spokesman Simon Ekpa was prepared for this very cause. Just like Mazen Nandekano was in United Kingdom, and he broadcast for more than a decade. He was broadcasting, sensitizing Biafran people, giving us information and telling us what we need to hear and what we need to do. He did that job all the way from the UK. Even the UK government, with all their criminality, with all their wickedness, because in the Western world, the citizens will not allow you to do certain things. They will not be quiet when you are doing certain things. When you are going to some illegal level, they wouldn't allow you. Because of that, Mazen Nandekano was in the UK for more than a decade, broadcasting, sensitizing you and I. Most of the information all of us have today was delivered to us all the way from UK. He was never invited by the police one day. He was never arrested one day. He was never arrested by the police one day in the UK. And I can tell you, UK has one of the best police. You can't tell me that Mazen Nandekano is hiding. He's not hiding because he has been traveling from places to places, from their international airport, from Heathrow. And they know him. And he has never, ever had a confrontation with the police, not even once. All he stayed in the UK. You didn't ask yourself why. Even why the Zoological Republic was crying and shouting, he was still busy doing what he's doing because he was standing on his right. And today, it has come to the side of Master Simon Ekpa. You see them shouting from different corners. You see them shouting from different corners, saying all manner of things, writing petitions. The Finnish government knows about every single statement that Master Simon Ekpa makes. They know about every broadcast that Master Simon Ekpa makes. They are aware of where he lives, his address, whatever he does, his businesses, they know. Master Simon Ekpa is not somebody that is hiding. You don't need to tell the Finnish government what to do if Master Simon Ekpa have violated their law. If Master Simon Ekpa have violated any international law or Finnish law, you don't need to remind them of what to do. They know what to do, and they will do that, what they're supposed to do, without you calling them or telling them. They will. But because of the wickedness of the Zoological Republic, because people there, their mind is shrouded in criminality. Their mind is shrouded in criminality. They thought that they can be able to criminalize a freedom fighter. They
They thought that they can be able to criminalize a freedom fighter. That is why you saw them playing all the games they have been playing online all this while. That is why you see them running from pillar to pole. They have generated resistance of sending wrong informations, blackmailing Finnish government, telling lies against another government. And that was when it was done on them and the world. That everything we've been saying before is real. The truth and nothing but the truth. All this while, when we come online and say that the Zoological Republic, that the government is a criminal government, they are sponsoring terrorists, people don't believe it. They seem not to understand what is happening. When we tell them that they want sponsoring the insecurity in the Southeast, they never believed it. But today, with the kind of propaganda, blackmail, and lies that a country is doing against an individual, supposedly whom they claim is a citizen, it is now clear that we are dealing with a fraudulent government. They can go as low as sending wrong information, using wrong letter headings, fake letter headings to write against somebody. You went and you summoned the Finnish ambassador, and she responded to you accurately. She responded to you. This is somebody from a sane country. You can't bribe everybody. There are still some people that are still very, very sound in their judgment. There are still a lot of people in the world that are very, very sound in their judgment. You cannot blackmail everybody. You can't use everybody the same way you are using your media. Today, their major instruments of propaganda is their media. Every media in the zoo, they are all propagandists. When it comes to the issue of Biafra, what you hear there is propaganda. I bumped into a video today that was being made by a certain channel, which I don't know where they spring up from. A certain channel, and they were interviewing a man, and they were trying to tell us that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not with Mazi Nandekan. They were trying to create a different narrative that Mazi Simon Ekpa is in loggerheads with Mazi Nandekan. Trying to create a different narrative that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. I don't know the IPOB they are talking about. I don't even know whether if they know the meaning of IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. The IPOB that Mazi Nandekan established, the indigenous people of Biafra, they begin to create that narrative. They try to form their own narrative that they will believe, and they push it through the media. I just bumped into it in one of the channels, and they were saying that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB, and he's not doing the video of Mazi Nandekan. That since Mazi Nandekan is in loggerhead, they're not following the same step. It is not the same thing he's pursuing that Mazi Nandekan is seeking for. Even claiming that his sit at home he's doing and everything he's doing is not because of Mazi Nandekan. That is how low they can get. Something that even an outsider, even our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, have said it clearly. He has thrown the challenge clearly that if you want to have any change of action, release Mazi Nandekan. He has answered it in name as a disciple of Mazi Nandekan. He is the spokesperson of Biafra, the spiritual son of Mazi Nandekan. You are not yet satisfied. It is not just that he answered it. He was answering the disciple of Mazi Nandekan even before Mazi Nandekan was kidnapped. And while Mazi Nandekan was with us, Mazi Nandekan have attended several meetings with him, which we can be testified by, or by people, other people, not even himself. Our Oduduwa brothers have testified about that. So many other people have testified. We saw him working hand in hand with Mazi Nandekan. We saw Mazi Nandekan give him some critical assignments. So after the kidnapping of Mazi Nandekan, through the saboteurs who are sabotaging the government of Biafra, they went and reached agreement with the Zoological Republic. After reaching an agreement with the Nigerian government, then Nigerian government felt that they have captured the IPOB, and IPOB is going to do their bidding. Even the Nigerian government began to speak through the governors in the Southeast that today they are one with IPOB. Some of them say they are speaking to IPOB leadership. Which IPOB leadership? The only IPOB leadership is Mazi Nandekan. The only IPOB leadership that we know is Mazen Nandekan. But they came and begin to claim that they are speaking with those ones that are sacked. And they were there watching when the Biafran people came together and voted the vote of no confidence on these very people they are promoting, still promoting as members of IPOB. They came together and cast a vote of no confidence on them. And today, we have seen, since our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, began to speak for the Biafran people, several referendums have been conducted through the sit at home. And you can see the response of the people. The Monday sit at home, which we started, continues up to today, unstoppable. So how can you tell me that the man that controls and commands such kind of authority is not working with Mazen Nandekan? Even when we that are the follower of Mazen Nandekan have a template of Mazen Nandekan and what he said, Mazen Nandekan, in his own word, made us to understand that in 2023, we are not going to participate in election. He didn't hide when he was saying it. He didn't miss word in saying it. Mazen Nandekan, who spoke of today, every single thing we are doing today, our plans laid down by us, Mazen Nandekan. So how can you turn around and say that Mazen Simon Ekpa is not working according to tenets of Mazen Nandekan? When I saw that very narrative on their conventional media, it was laughable. And I wonder what they're trying to achieve. What are they trying to do? What the only thing they are trying to achieve is to change the mindset of people, to begin to show to the world that somehow, that Master Simon Ekpa is on his own. Meanwhile, that is a lie. That is a lie, a blatant lie. Master Simon Ekpa has the support of all the Biafran people, 90% of Biafra, 99% of Biafra, not even 90. They are in support of Master Simon Ekpa, and they listen to him. Of which even they themselves have confessed indirectly. They confess to it. They confess to it indirectly. That Master Simon Ekpa today has the mind of the Biafran people. The Biafran people listen to him, to them. I have seen one of the journalists come out to say that he doesn't even think that Mazen Nandekan enjoys the followership the way Mazen Simon Ekpa enjoys today. These are the kind of narrative they try to create in order to create factions and problems within us. But of course, we know where we are headed, and we know whom we are following. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, have said it time and time again that the only leader of IPOB remains Mazen Nandekan, the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan. Master Simon Ekpa remains the spokesperson of the Biafran people, not the leader of IPOB, the spokesperson of the Biafran people. And he is the spiritual son of Mazen Nandekan. The full disciple of Mazen Nandekan, unapologetically, he's not hiding it. This same man had come to tell you, if you want to have a narrative change, release Mazen Nandekan. That was an option he gave. With all these options and all these information available, yet you will still see some people who will come out and begin to speak in a different manner, begin to paint a different picture. But I thank you that today, they can't hide it anymore. That is why I said you cannot criminalize freedom fighting. Neither can you criminalize a freedom fighter. You can't. Today, our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa, have taken Biafra to international media. Most of you must have seen that video I posted on my platform there. You can see the video. When they finished, national TV interviewed him. And the full interview is going to come out soon. Other people are keen in to interview him. If Master Simon Ekpa is not fighting a just cause, do you think you're going to remind Finnish government to pick him? You can't remind them. We are talking about a sane government that understands the right of human being, the right of people. You want them to arrest Master Simon Ekpa. What has he done? Because he's telling you to stop killing his people. Because he's revealing your secrets. He's telling you to pull out your military the Boko Haram military you have in the Southeast, they should pull them out. Because he's asking you, why are you recruiting members of Boko Haram into your military? Because he's asking you, why are you sending military down to Biafra land to take innocent lives? Meanwhile, the terrorists are there taking over. Because he's asking you, why are you not protecting the ordinary people? Instead, you are equipping the terrorists with protection, with weapon and money. Is that a crime that he has committed? Because he's calling his people to wake up, stand up and defend yourself from the terror that is coming. Is that a crime? When has self-defense become a crime in this planet Earth? When has it become a crime? Even in that same zoo, we have seen their Minister of Defense call people to defend themselves on video. The Minister of Defense of Nigeria have spoken about self-defense. Call people, you say, don't wait for the military, defend yourself. The Minister of Defense in that same zoological republic. Is it because it is a Biafran that is now telling his brothers and sisters to protect themselves and defend themselves against the invaders? Is that why it's a crime? Is that why it's a crime? But I thank Chukwuka that today it is now a different ball game. It can never ever be like before. And for your information, if you think, those of you who are making calls and writing letters and writing petitions, if you think Finland is like UK, you are wasting your time. And if you think that Finland government are not aware of every single step Master we're taking, you are just insane. You're insane. And for your information, those of you that are watching, some of you are not aware. The Finland journalists are in Nigeria. They have been on the ground to interview Biafran people. Finland government, Finland journalists, they came to the Biafra land and they interviewed people. They had directly from Biafran people. They spoke to Biafran people. Even in the last sit at home, this very last sit at home, this last Monday sit at home, they were in Nigeria.